Siora, do you know anything about the trial?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was...
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important. I know that you must choose your path in your way. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed. And there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall in...
Is that an idea that your mother used?
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep. You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsitats. They seem to be resting.
I need a bit of practice.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate! Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
They're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep. You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsitats. They seem to be resting. Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
Watch out, Anadag! You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree.
Tell us. Visions like this are...
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it is supposed to evoke death. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent life? This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away. Here, this looks like a snowflake. Snow or maybe ice. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tir Fredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Mir Frichtemann.
Bertirtu mad on Olmana.
And so you have returned. Can you tell?
A face in the mountain of Tir Fredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friend...
Am I authorized to encounter Enon Milfrictiman now? To present him?
If the High King agrees, yes.
We shall...
Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far...
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince him as well. Where can I find him?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, the last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clan. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Yora.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glyndon.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Stormwalker.
I have already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the...
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this high...
Kwa awalam sek.
Karantz, I want to understand this story about the promise made to the priests. I am certain that they lied. You understand the Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
Of course. Let's go.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Donegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, milady. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my round, not a soul came along. But then I heard cries away. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done?
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been... I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the war. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation. Your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself?
I am sorry, milady.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, milady.
Hello, my child. What a pleasure. Do you want to hear the word of Saint...
Not really, Father. My name...
Nice to meet you. What can we do?
What exactly do you hope...
Well, bring light. When we spread the word of Saint Matthias, I'm sure they will...
Anything else?
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Black...
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. We swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against...
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and...
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path. Even if she was... It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to...
She had an engraver come to Falristal. He carved yours.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are...
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual...
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish.
Because you think that you can administer justice here.
Oi, Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we...
Ato ono manawi. Do you want to trade?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed. Strange, isn't it?
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know.
There may be a way. Promises in stone. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes... There are but a few. We did not have one in our village. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care. Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door's left open.
Empty. Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted, engraved stone. What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is
Someone went through this workshop like...
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things.
Unless someone else did this.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the... Do you remember him? Karadeg originally belonged to this clan. He may have returned...
Let's go to Vigigidor and we'll find out.
What brings you here, Ono?
We're looking for Karadeg.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows...
Did you exile him?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with... He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This and I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring...
Is there anything else?
I must leave.
Qua awalum se.
Oi! Don't... Do you want... Qua walemsek.
It is Karadeg. He's over there.
Siora! Bertir tumad donegad. What are you...
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg.
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free, and able to fly like birds. But some words must survive those who utter them. Those who want to become one must win. Then they teach us the words of stone.
So you are a kind of cleric?
Do you want to know anything?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. And now that she is no longer with us...
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared...
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you...
No, Donegad. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will... I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away, and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they...
I have heard about them, but...
We could help you find them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove...
In that case, I hope that it will help you to chase these Renaigse away, Donegad. And I did not think I would say this.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to Isent.
My child.
What can we do?
Do you maintain your version of events regarding the pact?
Naturally.
Really? Because we found the man who engraved this stone. A man that you... He gave us a piece of tree bark with the words...
You see? Destroying the stone.
This is regrettable. But apart from this child, we're amongst civilized people.
If this village is so dear to you, then you know that it will not survive another even if they don't know it.
What would you say if I offered you this hefty sum of money to forget about your unfortunate discovery? For the sake of the village, of course.
Don't count on me to support your lies.
That is regrettable, Your Excellency. Because of you, these poor children will be slaughtered by the Alliance.
And we were told that you were receptive to the light. How do you think that he will judge you?
And what will Ptolemy think of a foreign diplomat sabotaging the mission of...
I cannot believe these mind-shakers tried their lies on you. Let's go see Azeld without delay. We must tell her that they lied and chased these men away from our village. Siora, Asir, Vertir to Madiseld. What do you want?
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find anything?
We went to Falristel to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora?
No, because it was destroyed by someone.
You're probably right, but for as long as we can...
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it?
Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here. And even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of...
So they lied. Then
I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree?
I think so too. You lied to us. You took us for gullible. Leave this village at once. You will...
But if you want our help with the alarm...
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear about it. You do well to leave before having to face...
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But we will not forget your...
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able... Yes. Siora, I will need you for the... Of course, Asir. Karans. Could you help me once more? What? I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral. And I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, will you come with me?
Of course. I'd be happy to be...
Siora, Asir, Bertir to Madisel. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany...
I came to give our mother back to... I know. Performing Iselt. I miss her. No.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
We are approaching Vasrigan. This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been defined for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual. Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place. What do you mean? King! This is not their natural habitat at all. Someone comes to the burial mound.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Let's see if you can ward off this fight.
I do not understand what they are doing in this area. You never see any around here. They must have nested in the shadow of the burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. I cannot let these carnivores grow so close to my mother's remains.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this.
Poison on my blade. And let's go! Poison on my blade. Let's go! I need healing. Poison on my blade. poison on my blade. Then let's go! Armor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. I need healing. Poison on my blade. Then let's go! Your armor will no longer protect you. Be careful! You're wounded. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Beasts will no longer trouble the peace of our queen. All we have to do now is to take care of the ceremony.
Is there anything else to prepare?
Of course. We will need some sensors crafted.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, but otherwise the village... And I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to prepare it ourselves. Once we have gathered these last items, then I thank you for being by my side and helping me the way you...
Don't mention it, Ziora.
We have all that we need. Let's go back to the burial... Here we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body. We must place a censer where her head will be. And then you will have done everything you could to help. Your presence by my side means a lot to me. This is how our ritual of the dead is performed. It is on this stone altar that we will place... We must place a censer where her head will be. And another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. This... There. Everything is in place. Thanks again, Onal Manawi. My sister should be joining me soon. You should wait outside. Oh, these rituals are demanding. You have been a true friend. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed.
It's only natural, Siora. I know what...
We should go now.
Then let's go!
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Omegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what happened here. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the area and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. But there are bodies. And without a doubt, there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly to the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are amongst them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened and many fell during the fight. But a group escaped down this path. We need to continue following their tracks. More tracks. Footprints. The ones who got away fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come from? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched. More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else? New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only corpses of our own men. Where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them? There are footprints. Only a handful made it up. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasak.
Close to it.
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. But what could have happened here? These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He came all the way here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine. What have you gotten yourself into again? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge be in some way linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of an attack, obviously involving... And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it...
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path.
Unless... he himself was behind it. He is a power...
How could you even think something like that?
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he can now apply leverage to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. Regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. Perhaps we could return to Wenxavier in order to learn more. Katazak may have returned there. His Voglendijk might be... We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers participated in the combat. Or at least the end of it.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I know the captain of that outpost. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain of...
Perhaps. Unless he was simply obeying orders. It does, but however, one way or another, Constantine... Let us be on our way without further delay.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost.
Desardet.
A legate? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many here.
Captain Idris.
What can I do for you?
I am looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor.
A governor? Here?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally... I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up...
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your...
And they are dead.
Explain yourself, Captain.
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We just yesterday. We heard screams and saw some strange lights up there.
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me...
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition.
Her Excellency was able to extract us from the situation.
Her Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to... But a life hangs in the balance. We must say...
A survivor. Excellent.
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed on... Our nurse sits with him, but... There is little hope. His wounds are extremely serious.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help. I can't take it anymore. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very...
What are you doing there?
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier.
That is very kind of him. But alas...
What are you saying?
No, he's still... But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my... I no longer have a single... And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would it...
Yes, at least I think so. It's a no...
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll...
Thank you. Were you able to concoct the...
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be...
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough.
And if he survives, when could we speak to...
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know...
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank...
Good day, Captain.
Excellency.
Concerning the young...
Did you see the nurse?
Yes, and we'll do all...
Thank you. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very...
Hello, soldier. How are you?
Better. A lot better.
I simply prepared the potion that... Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. Then we were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement when we heard sounds of fighting not far. Men were screaming. In our own language, soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill. Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on...
Flames?
I don't know. My friends... I didn't see everything. All was... But I thought I saw another islander. Big. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approach. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed.
That's enough. Rest now.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I'll have a word with your captain. Good.
Excellency, I was told... Thank you. You can't imagine what this...
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question... He and his company heard sounds of the attack. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was...
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew they must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there...
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Hello. To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told...
You dare come here. Let me throw him out this Renaixi and his... May they receive...
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here. I only seek to find the man I can... as well as the man who was protecting him. Katasak. One of your...
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must... I was told that an islander took my cousin. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what... As for Katasach, that night we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. We went to see, but we are... The last breath of Katasach had returned, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We carried the body of the Donegad.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. This request might surprise you, but...
Why? What do you...
Examine him. To understand... We were told that an island native was there, and that he...
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach. You have been...
That is the very reason I need to...
You may see him. But if...
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
I can give a detailed examination of the corpse. It is a task that I have been trained to perform.
I gladly see.
We note a great number of large, blunt force. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the... Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to... And we also note several They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one...
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot.
The dead soldiers we found had identical... As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of...
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an... But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers...
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not that they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack the power to call volcano fires could only be that of a guardian.
We still don't really know who is actually judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? Or angered by what...
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives. You're relentless. All the same, there is truth in your words. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us.
The Anatalas...
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful... It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive...
That would allow us to at least see the face.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad...
Let's ask her for her help, then. She might be able to tell...
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another. Shaking your body as the cold of death. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against... Since that day, our Tiernahach...
That would explain her distrust of the colony.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the...
Hello, Mev.
Renoiksi.
I've come to ask for your
My help. You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your...
My cousin has been taken. And I've been told that...
Truly?
By performing the Anatalas fair...
Katasach is dead. He was a good man. Perhaps the best...
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared. Taken, according to... We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten...
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadai, but none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's...
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged. Very well, Renoiksi. I will help you. Our island wails in... The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least you will need to act as my Voglendaig and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken because they contain the flesh of the... As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon. Because
he didn't have a weapon when I found his body.
Where can I find him?
In Doren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is...
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is...
Very well. Were you able to...
No. I haven't...
Have you remembered that you need a potion made with...
I have heard...
Find me here when you have gathered...
Until then.
Found the Dara Grimme
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Were you able to find the elements?
Yes. Here is what...
This is good. The moon is high. We may stop. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfen, linqui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam, de tatamenam reloidan. Adat alamen kante bij dam en antelam verfragt tangom.
Katasak! Help me! Please!
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster? Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one, Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young, blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me where they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenawi. Your journey is still long.
Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev.
Farnde dara grimme derumdan!
To what do I...
I'm in need of your help, Ulan. I was told that you were one of the last people to...
I wouldn't know where you could find it. You are our ally. Our friend. We had met in the council at Dorhad Genadu, but we were unable to come to an... Some of us are full of violence, and refuse to see what we gain by befriending Deirdre and the poor Bladnid were among them, alas. And only I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear reason, with some help from the cautious Dunkas. But our disagreement angered Vimbar. He decided he wanted to go to the heart of the island to consult with...
Do you think he might have stayed?
I doubt it. It was too long ago. You should travel to Wenshaw, even if he decided to stay away from his people. He would not have abandoned his...
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. I'm... Hello. I'm...
Really? Then you are a Renaigs. Might I do something for you?
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of... He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island. But I...
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion...
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village and I have... Anything else?
Goodbye.
What أولاً سيج.
But, dear Tumad, is there something I...
Would you know where I could...
She left to follow Vimbar. She was...
What do you mean?
I don't know if Renaigse could... Our High King is on... His bond with the mountain is very strong.
Do you mean to say that he is becoming one of those giant... This phenomenon is truly incredible. I would...
Sarah knew that the mountain would take him back. She went to attempt to bond herself to it. We haven't seen her since. She might have succeeded. Anything else?
I'm looking for High King Vinbar. I know that he disappeared after having visited the heart of the island. But someone here in his village might know where he went.
If anyone knows, it would be anything else?
Where is this cavern?
We don't know. The cavern. Anything else?
Thank you for your...
Where Aulam said.
I heard talk about a cavern.
It is a place where the Donegada go, within the earth. They hear the voices of those that went. There are some on Tiafradi. The close, but the entrance is sealed, hidden. It is anything else?
Goodbye.
What?
Savage! What stops your tongue? You think someone's coming to save you? Give in! Your life is in our hands. It is time to tell us all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with. We should be discreet if we want to eavesdrop on these people.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us!
You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out.
even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that, these monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her free.
We may be able to reason with them. I could try.
But I recognize this face. Lady de Sade, what a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
These people are monsters. They just tortured a woman, and then they say hello, as if—
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to truth.
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange— We call them metamorphs. But and we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them. And certainly, we discovered one here. But this woman, she knows how to enter. But as you have witnessed, to know we are so close to understanding such let's just say it has made us—
It's extremely regrettable. Free her.
She won't tell you anything. Let us handle this.
Afra?
I am so ashamed. To think you are not sages. You are, and you shame me even more than the others. To think that we left our master's service together because of his—
You are unfair, Afra. We are so close. You know that deep down I am not like that.
Then prove it.
Oh, free her now! We shall leave.
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renai— But who are you? You too are—
We were told at Wenshavar that you and you alone—
I wish I knew where he was right now. I waited a long time and then I came—
You believe that this is—
No. But he came here often before he disappeared. You saved me. And so I must help. The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north. Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something—
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means that we must be
I understand. But why protect...
The caverns of knowledge are truly sacred places.
But you are not a Donegad.
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. Even if I am not sure I can trust you. Because you spared these people. Remind yourself that this honor is immense.
Put your fears to rest. We have... How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements.
Paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he is walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself to join Enon Milfrichtemen.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, my Minundanem grew more and more distant to me. I thought at first it was due to his status and the invasion of the Renaigse. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Milfrichtemen. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar, why did you not share this with me?
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind of...
He is a Donegad. Becoming an... Vinbar was also bound to the mountain.
If I understand correctly, the Donegada metamorph...
Yes. The Sinolmenawi bind them to a specific... But how could a guardian of the plains resemble a guardian?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation?
For some, it takes years. For others, it might take place the very moment. I hope only to have the time.
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which. This mural is also ancient. It seems to show a doorway into the mountain. It seems that this door is just in front of a circle of stone. There are 2 altars and 2 seeds.
The Donegada seal certain sacred places with root doors.
Yes, I have run into similar barriers. It's all a matter of finding the right seed. But here, there are 2 that seem to be different. For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The caverns of knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Donegada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
On this one we see a sacred site with raised stones, and behind the face of the volcano, we also see a path that leads there, like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk, and the Donegada that are prepared to surrender themselves to Enon Milfrichtemen.
Do you recognize the place where the entrance can be found?
I think so. It looks like the grotto that lies to the northwest of our village.
With all that we have learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find Vinbar. I just hope there is still enough of him left to answer us. And that Constantine is with him. And that he is still alive.
Who is Constantine? I thought you were looking for Vinbar.
I seek them both. I had hoped that Vinbar would help me enter the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu. But I learned from the Tiana Hakadaktas that he took my cousin.
The Tierna told you this? And so you seek to avenge him?
No. Only to save my cousin and try to understand why.
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar take your cousin? My head spins. I need to breathe fresh air.
Please, go ahead. We will join...
Am I the only one to think this woman's departure is suspicious?
Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
We should have noticed that she did not trust us. Well, let's search. There must be another exit to this cave.
These traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah earlier.
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly.
Watch out!
This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vinbar must have hidden the passage to the sanctuary. Finally, we've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the sanctuary. It can't be far from here.
Bloodied feathers. They are extremely long.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun. He will soon become a god. If we want to have any chance... More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
You should not have come all this way, Renaikse.
Sarah, we must see him. We saved you. Why have you... And why do you now stop us from passing?
In spite of your friendship with these monsters, you helped me. I thought that I had to help you in return, but I learned looking at the paintings that this was. Vinbar has heard the calling, and even if it breaks my heart, he has done what is. No one must stop him. I am his Minun.
His path led him to kill Katasak. And now he holds... I am sorry, Sarah. But no...
8 more!
Over there, more feathers. More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail. I need a bit of practice. We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar with Constantine. If he is still alive. We need to find a way to... This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it is obstructed. He knows how to protect his home. A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the passage? The seed that Sarah was carrying should work.
To think that she gave her life to protect the one she loved.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work. King Vinbar! Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimen saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it! You are too blind, too renaixed to understand.
Leave him! That's enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Oh, damn it!
must have died with him. Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him, quick. Constantine, wake up, please, I beg you. Hang on. We are bringing you home to get you healed. Three days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tear pretty alcohol. Oh, it's
What
you,
armour that
Arnold
fits
and
you like a
Owie.
glove? Oh, it's a great pleasure to see. The best forge in Tier for a day. Blades, armour, locks, custom pieces made to order.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, fair cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I would not go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it, and in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site, a place full of magic. I followed his instructions, and all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. It seems that Vimbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you? Like the others?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly. Of course. I just want to understand. Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Flictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary, according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor. Good day, Glendan.
Beort Tirtomat, Karan.
Alas, his was your High King Vinbar is also dead. He was taken by... He went away into the mountains after killing Katasak, and kept nothing I could say would allow him to see
Are you telling me that you care, Tonsidak? What happened?
I am sorry, but your High King did not leave me the choice. He was about to kill my cousin. He was becoming a guardian, a Nadaig.
I believe you. You have sufficiently proven your friendship. But why would Vinbar have done such a thing? His offering to Tiafradi doesn't...
You know that I wished to see Enon Milfrictiman, and he was the only one with the power. I would not have caused his death voluntarily. Believe me.
We will celebrate his memory as well as those of all the Bloodnid, Katasak. But in spite of our mourning, we must elect the children of Tiafradi cannot remain without a guide. All the more I will notify the Mal of all the clans. So
Who has a chance of being elected?
Deirdre is powerful, and many clans would follow her. The wisdom of Dun, and there is also Ulan, a clever fox who is very capable of convincing the entire world with his...
Deirdre, Dunkas, and Ulan. I must convince them to help.
I suppose.
I must leave.
Qua awelem seg.
What brings you here on Almanau?
I am the bearer of bad news. Vinbar, your high...
Ande Voshtire. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Glendan told me that you would probably be among those...
I am not looking for power, and I fear the other kings may want war, or be motivated. The Renaise brought chaos with them. We cannot change the past. The wound is there. Refusing to acknowledge it is pointless. So if you're worried about my intentions if I were to become... We must find balance with those from the remote island. But for this, we must teach the Renaise who...
I would like to meet Enon Milfrictiman in order to find an antidote. If you were elected, would you help me in this endeavor?
You are a Karants of our clan. And I would be glad to help you meet Enon Milfrictiman. But you should know that my election is far from certain. The spirits are divided, and some are thirsty.
Would there be a way to make sure that you get picked?
I do not like the idea of using such a method. The High Kings of old wore a legendary crown. The one who became the first guardian is believed to have... If someone were to wear it in these troubled times...
And where can I hope to find it?
In the burial mound of the High Kings near the village of Vignam, and at its entrance, situated near a large dead... It is a deeply holy place. And the Guardian will not... If you do decide to go there, fill your heart with humility and respect.
Now we've earned the trust of one of the pretenders. We just need to find that crown.
Are you certain you are willing to influence the fate of all my people to meet en on Mirfrichtman?
I understand that you might find this idea unpleasant, but the survival of the whole continent relies on this encounter, Siora.
It is my feeling that you do not understand the consequences of such a decision. Everyone on the island will listen to the words of a High King.
Have you thought carefully about what your allies' intentions are? If you approve of them, fine. But if you don't, it would be better to pick someone else.
You're right. It's a decision that is more important than our quest for an antidote. I must dwell on it.
Faurende dara grimme deren dam. Watch out! Yours do is rechne stuur.
What are you doing there? Here lie those who fell facing the first invaders. And you dare enter and scatter their bones.
I did not come here with the intention of defiling this place.
No. You came looking for a crown of the High King, hoping to choose the one who will lead us.
Isn't that what you were looking for as well?
Yes, but I am not a Renaigse. I wish to lead my people to victory, and I have come here seeking something that will make it a certainty. And so? Do you plan on keeping it for one of those who is too wise or cowardly to come and get it themselves? Or will you give me the crown?
Deirdre is a great warrior. If she reigns, she will unite all of the clans. And with the blessing of Enon Milfrichtem, the people of your island will be chased away from here. Think long on this. If you leave her the crown, she will become the High Queen. You will not be able to change your mind.
I have come here looking for this crown because I need the help of the next High King. I must meet Enon Milfrichtem to ask him to heal my people.
Are you sure that they are your people? Very well. It is a very great honor you ask of me. But you took great risks in order to obtain it. If you give me the crown, I will open the sanctuary to you. You may speak to Enon Milfrichtem. I swear this to you.
Sorry, Deirdre. I believe someone other than you must become the High King.
Someone more easily manipulated, who will obey the orders of the Renaigse, no doubt. Too bad. You leave me no choice. I have come to take that crown, and I won't leave without it. Enough. I accept my defeat. Take this crown. I am not worthy to wear it, so it seems.
Indeed. So it seems. We will meet again at Dorhead Genador. Until then, Deirdre. I went into the tomb. I found the ancient...
And so you entered into one. May this adventure have brought you wisdom, and this relic is venerated. The one who wears it will...
Yes, I do. I need to be certain that whoever is named will help me meet an...
I have pledged my honor to help you, and my words are true. But more, you know that I work for a tempering of spirits. But the decision is yours. To the daughter that was lost.
Take it. I trust you. In your wisdom, may we be guided.
The council has begun to unite. It is time for me to go. Thank you for choosing me. I will do all in my power to bring you what you desire. You have my promise.
Congratulations, Dunkus. I'm certain. And now, are you ready to...
You are burning with the impatience of youth. But without the blessing of Tifradi, but fret not. How could I be called wise if I went back on the promise I made my... Meet me at the sanctuary's entrance in 2 days.
Thank you, Dunkus. I'll be there.
Every one of us will be praying during these 2 days for Enon Mir Frichtumen to bless our chosen one. But we don't have to stay here and do nothing. We can go somewhere else if you want.
There you are, Karantz.
How was the encounter?
Enon Mil Frichterman welcomed me like I will have to meditate on everything he told me. And think about now he's waiting for you. Once you are in the sanctuary, always stay on the right hand. Those who let doubt take hold of them and turn back, Qua Aulem seg.
The child that was taken has returned, the flesh of my earth. You, by simply coming into being, have tangled the strings of destiny of all the other children. I am he they call Enon Mil Frichterman. I have followed each of your steps since your arrival.
I hail you, Enon Mil Frichterman. I have come to you to find a remedy.
A cure for the disease of a distant land. Her affliction was to be poisoned by her own children. Her veins rot in stagnant water. Her earth now bears poisoned fruit, and her children wither and die. And still it is those same children who can heal the lands, and with them heal themselves, if they only want it truly. They could be taught by my children, learn to give back in return, learn to heal. But for that, I must survive. I have seen by your side the shadow grow, taking form. Fed by the venom of intrigues from faraway lands, he spreads it today in my sap. To save his own life, He stole my strength, and that strength has driven him mad. Because it is not made to be taken. He draws each day a little more from me, and threatens us all. His hunger has no limit.
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
The one you call Constantine. You must stop him. Or there will be no cure anymore for anything or anyone.
That's impossible. How could that be?
You must leave now. Someone has followed your footsteps. Someone has entered here without invitation. My children are waking and tracking. They will attack all foreigners. Flee, or you will be their victims.
I saw a man running out of the sanctuary, and I heard the cries of creatures inside. Is everything all right? Did you manage to get the answers you were expecting?
Yes. He told me that the Malachor had appeared because of the way the colonials have treated the Earth. It is actually some kind of poisoning, and it would be possible to cure it, but I'm not sure that I understand.
Words that come from the heart of the island carry with them. If you need help, I would be glad to be of assistance.
Thank you, Dunkus.
You haven't told me everything, have you?
It is true. But it is...
I see. Do not hesitate to come.
Goodbye.
My fair cousin, I'm so glad to see you are right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome. Let me introduce you to the emissaries of the Bridge Alliance. Seeing them both in the same room is rather surprising, isn't it? But please, Your Excellencies, explain to us what brought you here.
Sire, I have come to humbly request your help. We have been sustaining terrible attacks.
Really? Are the natives behind this again? Unless it is those...
We aren't sure, but it is almost certain that the natives... Governor Byrne is hoping that you could send him your cousin, as well as some troops.
It would seem that we are in a similar situation. Our city has been sustaining terribly violent assaults. Our Mother Cardinal is begging you to send her some help as soon...
dear allies. No. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. And regarding sending my cousin, she's already very busy undertaking, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for her life, which is most precious to me. No. I really—
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our— I'm sure I can find the time to go and evaluate the situation.
I would love to accompany you, but my people are being wrongfully—
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We're so close to—
Don't worry about it. You know how—
Well, this audience is coming to an end. Your Excellencies, inform your governor— I hope that you realize how grateful you should be—
Absolutely, sire. And we thank you—
May the enlightened always keep you.
Lady de Sade, I've been—
Your Excellency,
I am ashamed to once again rely upon your— and you have proven such a valuable aid to us.
how might I be—
Animals, creatures have been attacking us. They do not even try to avoid our weapons. Our best soldiers fall exhausted from fatigue. The other— Please find the origin of these attacks. If we cannot hold out, the entire population of Hikmet will— I sent a small group of trackers so that they might follow the trail of the creatures. Their last message came from a dangerous area in the savages are certainly at the root of these evil attacks. Who else?
Could you indicate the—
Alas, no. I didn't get the information. You must meet— She's leading our troops in the outpost at the entrance to the—
Very well. I shall—
Be so kind as to keep me informed. This affair is
I would like to broach a rather unpleasant subject. Your treachery.
I beg your pardon? I am at a loss for words.
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your savants, that you then again sought my assistance? According to you, I needed only to convince the Tiana Hakkadaktus to provide us with a remedy. But you used me like a pawn, seeking in truth to capture her.
I cannot understand. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. They have us marked. And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort to
You were even ready to use brute force against your own—
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tiana,
Your spy attempted to kill me. Excellent. And you dare to tell me that my anger is exaggerated. Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to declare—
I never... I promise that man went beyond his orders. I assure you. I implore you. Please accept my sincerest...
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now, Your Excellency. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit for the return of your sire.
He would have been made to answer for such Once again, I apologize sincerely for this crime. It shouldn't. In any case, we need to get our hands on this woman. The remedy is...
There never was a remedy. It was a wild goose chase.
No. What a shame. I am truly sorry that... Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have taken care of your problem with the caravans. The merchants should now be...
Captain Rainhild has sent a message to... She has told me that you have shown yourself particularly. You have my complete admiration.
My pleasure. I imagine the
Indeed, and I am extremely worried. An attack of... We have the means to repel these savages.
Perhaps there is another... The natives have clearly expressed their wishes. The freedom...
I see where this is headed. But I fear that a few natives are being held in the prison of the coin. But a handful of warriors does not seem to justify an assault.
They were not speaking of just a few soldiers. The victims are only
This is inexplicable. We have taken no villagers. Of course, we answer their attacks in kind. But what use would we have for a few fishermen, hunters, and weavers?
Might it be possible that these kidnappings have taken place?
I doubt that. But of course, it is always possible. If that were the case, that would explain a great... Since you have been of such service to my people, and this grievous affair seems... Would you be of a mind to lead the inquiry? Capture a few of these savages. We must understand what is going on before they attack.
Very well. I shall get to the...
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go.
Farewell, my lady.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vac...
Your Excellency.
Thanks for your visit.
You managed to make it through. A group of these enraged beasts managed to get past...
Yes, we fought.
My men are exhausted. We killed some of them, but we were overrun. Our situation is getting more, and I don't suppose I need to warn you about the dangers of this road.
Actually, that's why we're here. Governor Buren sent me. He wants us to find a group of
And I hope that he'd sent you as reinforcements. Silly, it looks like all we're good for is dying to protect his bloody city. But you wanted to ask me something.
Like I said, Governor Buren is hoping that I can...
I'd like to see you try. Indeed, I was ordered to send out a party of scouts, which I did. They were supposed to find the bastard who's been sending us these critters. One of those savage sorcerers, no doubt.
Can you tell me which way they went?
Sorry, Your Excellency, I won't tell you anything until I receive... You have to understand, I hope that these men are alive. They are also under my command. But those who are here with me now are my main preoccupation. Not to mention the fact that if this outpost falls, there won't be much... So you can go and tell the governor that if he wants me to help you, he will have to help us first.
I understand that your situation is desperate. That you want to take care of what appears most urgent. But it is not simply about me saving a few men. It is about, by getting to their root cause, I intend to put an end to it. And then any help you hope...
You're right. I'm sorry, these attacks have made me lose my nerve. They went towards the west, where the rebels are most numerous.
Are you talking about the Donea Extragao?
If you like. The governor is certain that these savages are behind it, so I sent my men to find their camp. This isn't the first time that we've tried to find them. But now...
I see. Well, thank you, Captain.
Good luck. And if my men are alive, send them back here, will you?
You can count on me. Could you tell me again what it is?
We were supposed to receive a shipment of ammunition and medicine. If you can bring it to me, we would at least be able to heal ourselves and have enough...
Do you know where this material...
From your city, New Serene. The caravan transporting it was supposed to pass... It must have been attacked. But with a little bit of luck...
Very well. I will retrace the path. It shouldn't be too difficult to...
The three of you won't be able to bring the crates back by yourselves. 2 of my men will have come. Please, hurry. Without them, we're even less likely to hold.
We're departing right away. I must go.
Goodbye, Your Ex... You've returned.
Sorry.
Hurry up.
Could you tell me again?
If you... From the three...
I must...
Goodbye.
Soldiers, are you the ones who were supposed to help me?
Yes, Your Excellency.
We're ready to leave as soon as you...
I'm ready.
We'll follow you. Here! There are tracks of a heavy carriage. They must belong to our caravan.
Let's take a closer look.
I hope that those who are accompanying the caravan are still alive.
You have witnessed the violence of the attacks we are sustaining. They must all be... I'm more worried about the functions. If they're broken...
Watch out!
It's the caravan! There it is!
The beasts who attacked it are still around. Be prepared.
They're all dead.
But the cargo is still here, and
As for the carriage, it's damaged. And without it, do any of you know how to fix it?
There's a lot of work, but I should be able to...
The beasts may come back at any moment.
I'm starting right away.
And don't worry, we'll protect you as long.
There. I did what I could.
And now we'll have to drag it all the way to the Alp.
Let's depart before more beasts arrive.
Here you are. I don't know how to thank you. Our cargo is finally... With this ammunition, we'll be able to hold back the assaults. And the medicines have already given a boost to 3 of my men.
It was not an easy task. So I'm pleased that...
Here, take this. This is all I can offer to thank...
Thank you, Captain. I must go.
Goodbye.
Hello, Captain. I must go.
Goodbye.
Who are you?
Are you the scout sent by the governor of Hick?
Can't you tell?
He was worried that he wasn't getting any news from you and asked me. He wants me to help him put an end to the attack.
Yes. A camp of rebel savages. They must be the ones sending us the beasts. And these barbarians.
You may be right, but I'd rather be... I know the leader of this camp.
You knew of this camp? These savages are... Why didn't you inform the governor?
Because I'm a diplomat. You should go back to the outpost now. I'll take... I wanted to speak to you about the assaults that Hikmet and its...
Assaults? We have nothing to do with it this time.
They're not being attacked by men, but by beasts.
So, they are also attacking...
What do you mean?
The animals are attacking us as well. They even throw themselves at the camp's defenses.
We need to find out what's making these beasts so aggressive before they overpower...
We? Do you want us?
Why shouldn't we? Don't you want to stop this?
That's true.
Mal! Our guardian! He had changed! He is attacking our own!
Watch out! Grenade!
What happened to our Nadaig?
No idea. I'm sorry. It left me no choice.
You fought bravely and you did what you had. Our guardian had changed. It no longer recognized its children. Something really bad must have happened.
It looked strange.
Guardians don't get sick. They are far more.
And yet you and I saw the same thing. At last, what are you doing here?
Who are these Renaigse? Spies?
They only came here to discover the source of the attacks.
And they thought we were responsible.
Why are you still here? You should have gone back.
I'm sorry. We were uncertain that we could trust you. You said you knew these, and then we heard cries. And saw the giant creature attacking their camp. And we realized that it was this creature who was leading the beasts.
And you discovered that we weren't to blame.
Yes. I'm really sorry. We should go.
Then, if we let them go, they'll tell their leader the
You. Are you prepared to swear that you will never speak of this place?
You saved our comrades and maybe our city by killing this beast, so...
I hope that they will be true to their word. Fine.
We are extremely grateful.
Qua awalem seg Renaigse. And if...
Your Excellency, have you been...
I've been told, yes, that the attacks have... Was it the natives, as I suspected?
No, they were not the cause, and were also victims of the... The animals answered to the call of a guardian, whose behavior... I have never seen anything like it. It was as if it were drunk.
These creatures normally protect the natives, answering their call. Why did this one attack them? Are you certain one tribe is not attempting to dominate?
I don't think so. The Guardian looked sick. No native would treat such a creature like... There's no doubt that someone is behind these attacks. But currently...
I suspect you will lead the investigation and unravel the mystery, as is your custom. While waiting, take this. It's nothing to thank you for your help. Without you, the population of Hick...
Thank you. I'm happy to have helped you.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of proof.
Respectfully, Your Excellency.
Governor Byrne asked me to investigate the abductions the rebels told. If we could find the origin and free their comrades, I'm sure they would stop them. I need to locate and speak with the other rebels.
No, they don't attack often.
Captain, the patrol we sent to the west has not returned yet.
I may have spoken too quick, although it might still be possible that our men are just...
Perhaps you would allow me to search for them. Maybe they crossed paths with the...
Corporal, do you know which way the patrol...
Of course, Captain. At your command, Captain. Your Excellency. Find me at the entrance. Are you ready to go, Your Excellency?
Yes. Let's go. Is that the patrol we're looking for?
Yes. That's them. Maybe they managed to escape. We should look for them.
Help, please! I beg you! Help me! I'm in trouble!
This man needs to be cared for.
Allow me. There. That should be better.
Thank you, madam. Without your help, I would probably have died here.
Tell us what happened.
We came across a group of rebel savage. A few seconds later, only Franz and I were left. I managed to drag myself here, but he was not so...
Was he captured? Did you see when...
They headed north to Frazonegan. But in the state I was in...
Your Excellency, please. We should get him out of there. They're bound to torture and kill him.
But not you. You must help your wounded man to reach the outpost. Come on. There's our group of rebels. The soldier they captured looks dead.
Let's go, Renaigse. Stand up. Quies.
My name is Desarde. I'm the legate of the congregation.
What do you want from our Mal?
I want to talk to him about the abduction.
You would be the first Renaigse to care. How do we know you're not just saying that to find out where our camp is?
I am not part of the Alliance. My only goal is to avoid deaths. Help me. I am your only chance to free your
You seem to really believe what you say. I hope I'm not mistaken. Very well. Tell me when you are ready to follow. Are you ready to follow?
Let's go.
It's this way.
Let's stay on guard.
What are you afraid of? That the Donea Exregal have set a trap for us?
It's this way. I'm letting my comrades know we're here, so that they let us pass. Follow me. We are almost... It's this way. Come on. This way. Come on. This is our main camp. I hope I am not wrong to lead you here.
So, here's the famous rebel camp. I hope their leader can tell us more about these abductions.
Who are you and what are...
My name is Desade. I came to talk to you about the abductions and your forthcoming attack.
And how did you find our...
I convinced one of your men to bring me.
Please, Mal. Explain to her what you know. She can help us free our brothers.
Well, I'll tell you what we know. Many seasons ago, Sinolm lions attacked the villages and took them with them. They were either crazy or so injured that even our best donate. So we counterattacked and captured some of their soldiers. And we learned that they were taking our people to a place they call... It is there that they torture and kill...
Experiments? So that was the reason for all these abductions?
They hope to find a cure for them, and I'm afraid they're willing to carry out any atrocity.
We found the laboratory, so we are preparing for...
Yes. And if what you tell me is true, we must put an end to it.
Alert! The lions are... Traitor! It was you who...
No, I swear. They asked me to investigate.
Then prove it! Fight with us!
The Alliance betrayed me as much as you. I owe them nothing.
You have fought bravely.
The Alliance is the ally of the congregation, taking your side with... But Governor Burren used and betrayed us, and he will answer for it. Please, wait. I will do everything to dismantle this laboratory and release your people.
I trust you, so we will wait. But don't take too long. Qua awalem said...
Goodbye.